What if everything we've been told about the Great Pyramids of Giza is wrong? What if these ancient monuments are hiding something so massive, so technologically advanced, that it could rewrite human history entirely? You're watching The Black Vault, and if you're new here, make sure to hit that subscribe button because we dive deep into the mysteries they don't want you to know about. Just last month, a discovery was announced that has sent shockwaves through the archaeological community, and mainstream media is staying suspiciously quiet about it. Scientists using cutting-edge radar technology have discovered massive structures buried deep beneath the pyramids. We're talking about constructions that extend 2 kilometers down into the earth. But I'm getting ahead of myself. Today, we're going to break down exactly what was found, why it challenges everything we thought we knew, and what the implications could be for understanding our true history. On March 16th, a team of 3 researchers held a press conference in Italy that should have made headlines around the world. Using a revolutionary scanning technique called synthetic aperture radar Doppler tomography, developed by Filippo Biondi and Corrado Malanga, they announced discoveries that defy everything we've been taught about ancient Egypt. This technology works by analyzing micro-movements in the pyramid's surface caused by background seismic activity. Think of it as creating a 3D X-ray that can penetrate deep underground and reveal hidden structures. The radar uses millimeter waves to track vibrations, and these surface movements encode information about what lies beneath. What they found is absolutely staggering. First, there's a previously unknown chamber within the pyramid itself featuring 5 horizontal levels with a sloping roof, an architectural design unlike anything previously documented in Egyptian pyramids. But that's just the beginning. Below ground level, the tomography revealed 8 massive cylindrical structures arranged in 2 parallel rows. These aren't small chambers. They descend to an astonishing depth of 648 meters, that's over 2,000 feet down. Each cylinder appears to be surrounded by intricate spiral pathways, possibly staircases or some kind of coiled mechanism we don't understand. At the base of these cylindrical wells, the scans revealed 2 enormous cubic structures, each measuring approximately 80 meters per side. To put that in perspective, these underground cubes are larger than many of the surface buildings at Giza. But here's where it gets really mind-blowing. This isn't just under one pyramid. The entire Giza complex is connected by this underground network that extends approximately 2 kilometers deep across the entire plateau, reaching beneath all 3 major pyramids. The scale of this construction is almost incomprehensible. We're looking at engineering that extends deeper underground than the pyramids reach toward the sky. The level of sophisticated planning and execution required for such a project challenges every assumption about ancient Egyptian capabilities. Let's talk about what this means for the official timeline. According to mainstream archaeology, the Great Pyramid was built around 4,700 years ago and completed in just 20 years. The pyramid contains approximately 2.3 million stone blocks, each weighing between 2.5 and 15 tons. If you do the math, that means they would have had to place one massive stone block every 3 minutes, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, for 2 straight decades. And that's just for the surface structure. Now, we're expected to believe that the same civilization also excavated and constructed a vast underground network extending 2 kilometers into the earth, complete with precision-engineered cylindrical shafts and massive cubic chambers. The logistics alone should make us question everything. Christopher Dunn has long theorized that the pyramids functioned as some kind of power generation facility, and these new discoveries seem to support that hypothesis. The cylindrical structures with spiral pathways could represent energy storage or distribution systems. The precise geometric arrangement suggests functionality rather than mere burial chambers or religious symbolism. Graham Hancock, who spent decades challenging conventional archaeological timelines, sees this as potential evidence of a pre-flood civilization that possessed technology we're only beginning to understand. When you consider that ancient Egypt at the time of pyramid construction wasn't even a desert but a lush, tropical environment, the timeline becomes even more problematic. These structures could be the legendary Hall of Records mentioned in various ancient texts, including the channeled writings attributed to Thoth the Atlantean in the Emerald Tablets. The idea of a vast repository of ancient knowledge hidden beneath Giza has captivated researchers for generations. Of course, not everyone is buying into these claims. Zahi Hawass, Egypt's former Minister of Tourism and Antiquities, has dismissed the findings as nonsense. This is the same Zahi Hawass who has consistently blocked independent research that challenges orthodox Egyptian chronology. Dr. Sabine Hossenfelder, a theoretical physicist, has raised serious questions about the methodology. She points out that the researchers haven't adequately explained how they identified specific structures from their tomographic images. In their 2022 paper, there appeared to be no clear correlation between their measurements and known chambers within the pyramids. The researchers claim they've now used AI to identify these underground structures, which raises its own set of questions about accuracy and interpretation. Can artificial intelligence really distinguish between genuine architectural features and random noise in radar data? There's also the basic physics problem. For this tomography method to work, you need measurable vibrations in the right frequency range. The micro-movements they're analyzing occur at frequencies around 12 kilohertz, corresponding to wavelengths of about 24 centimeters in stone. There's no obvious source for vibrations at this frequency that would be strong enough to reveal structures 2 kilometers underground. If this technology actually worked as claimed, why isn't it being used by archaeologists and geologists worldwide? The fact that it remains largely unused by the broader scientific community should give us pause. But here's what's really telling: the speed with which the archaeological establishment has moved to dismiss these findings without proper investigation. When Joe Rogan discussed this discovery on his podcast, even he was struck by how quickly Zahi Hawass shot it down. As Rogan pointed out, when Graham Hancock gets excited about something, it's worth paying attention. The pattern we see repeatedly is that discoveries challenging conventional timelines face immediate resistance from academic institutions that have built their reputations on current narratives. There's a vested interest in maintaining the status quo, regardless of what new evidence emerges. This discovery isn't happening in isolation. Around the world, we're finding evidence that our ancestors possessed capabilities far beyond what mainstream archaeology acknowledges. From the precision-cut megaliths at Pumapunku to the impossible angles at Sacsayhuaman, there's a growing body of evidence suggesting advanced prehistoric civilizations. The water erosion patterns on the Sphinx, documented by geologist Robert Schoch, indicate construction during a much wetter climate period, pushing the timeline back thousands of years. The mathematical precision encoded in pyramid dimensions, including relationships to Earth's circumference and precession cycles, suggests knowledge of global geography and celestial mechanics that shouldn't have existed according to conventional history. Even the alignment of the Giza pyramids with Orion's belt points to sophisticated astronomical knowledge and long-term planning spanning generations or even millennia. What we're seeing is a coordinated effort to suppress information that doesn't fit established narratives. The fact that major news networks like BBC and CNN aren't covering this discovery tells us everything we need to know about information control in our society. The researchers have promised a 4-hour detailed presentation that will go into the specifics of their methodology and findings. They've also indicated that more discoveries are coming. If these claims hold up to scrutiny, we're looking at the biggest archaeological revelation in modern history. So what do I think? The evidence is compelling, but we need to see that promised detailed presentation and proper peer review. However, the fact that mainstream archaeology is so quick to dismiss this without thorough investigation tells us something important about the state of academic honesty in these fields. Whether these structures represent ancient advanced technology, evidence of a pre-flood civilization, or something else entirely, one thing is clear: we're not getting the full story about our past. The level of sophistication revealed by these scans suggests capabilities that don't fit our current understanding of human development. The truth has a way of surfacing no matter how deep it's buried. And in this case, it's literally buried 2 kilometers deep under one of the world's most famous monuments. This discovery forces us to confront uncomfortable questions about human history, technological development, and the possibility that we've lost knowledge that was once common. It challenges the linear progression narrative we've been taught and opens the door to considering that human civilization might be far older and more advanced than we've been led to believe. What do you think? Are we looking at evidence of lost technology, ancient engineering marvels, or elaborate underground infrastructure that predates known Egyptian civilization? Is this the Hall of Records that Edgar Cayce predicted would be found? Or could there be a more conventional explanation that we haven't considered yet? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I want to hear your theories and what you think this discovery means for our understanding of ancient history. If you found this investigation fascinating, smash that like button and let me know what mystery you want me to dive into next. Should we explore more pyramid anomalies, investigate other suppressed archaeological discoveries, or look into the connections between ancient sites worldwide? And remember, the truth is out there. You just have to know where to look and be willing to question everything you've been told. This is the Black Vault, and I'll see you in the next one.